Good evening. I'm Dolores Holmes, the first director of Family Focus. Welcome to the 45th Family Focus Evanston Benefit, Evanston Black Heroes. Let me share a little bit about myself. I was raised in Evanston by parents who taught me the importance of civil engagement. I started in social servicing, working as family activist coordinator for Fighting for Others. In 1976, I was named the first director of Family Focus, a role I devoted myself for. I retired in 2002 from my position at Family Focus. I now spend my time enjoying my bonus years involved in a variety of social activities.
Hello, I am Lorraine Morton, the first female African American mayor of Evanston. I came to Evanston to earn my graduate degree in education from Northwestern University. For years, I worked as a teacher at Foster Elementary School, Nichols Middle School, and Chute Middle School. I later became principal of Integrated Haven Middle School. In 1983, I became an alderman and retired as an educator in 1989, leaving the classroom behind and focusing on my political career. By 1993, I was elected as Evanston's first African American mayor. This evening, we will hear from other Evanston Black heroes, portrayed by members of the after-school program, and you will meet this year's Making a Difference honorees. Thank you for joining us this evening.
Welcome to the 45th Family Focus Evanston Benefit.
Thank you. Weren't they wonderful? This is the kind of talent Family Focus fosters year in and year out. And this year, all of our programs functioned remotely with great success, mainly because of our dedicated and innovative staff. We thank all of you for joining us this evening, especially our hardworking board members and the sponsors who have been so generous with us. Now it is my great pleasure to introduce our new Family Focus President and CEO as of January 1st, 2021. Family Focus worked diligently throughout 2020 to finalize a merger with Chicago Child Care Society, the longest standing social service agency in Illinois, 172 years. And for the past 5 of those, Dara Munson served as CEO along with Mary X, brought our 2 agencies together, having the same mission and love of supporting families. Dara came from Detroit, where she gained so much experience to bring to this new position. Dara served as president and CEO of Big Brothers Big Sisters Metropolitan Detroit, COO of Girl Scouts of Southeast Michigan, and senior director at United Way of Southeast Michigan. Her present affiliations point to her recognized leadership in her adopted Chicago, the Chicago Alliance for Collaborative Effort Board Chair, Illinois Partners for Human Services Board Chair, Cook County Workforce Partnership Youth Committee member, to name just a few. Among her many activities and service organizations, Dara is also a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority and Windy City, Illinois, chapter of the Links Incorporated. We are excited to introduce her this evening, the first public event to have this opportunity. Please welcome Family Focus President and CEO, Dara Munson.
Thank you, Rose. It is truly an honor for me to be with all of you this evening, continuing your traditions to have community awards, even through this most difficult pandemic. My congratulations to Rose and Colette and the committee for persevering to bring this event to life. Thank you to our outstanding student performers for bringing history to this event. And my hearty congratulations to the honorees, Chef Q, Nicole and Keith King, the Linda and Chuck Glue family, the Giving Storeroom, and the Unitarian Church of Evanston. Even before taking the helm of Family Focus, I came to appreciate and, more importantly, admire the love that the special place that this Wise Board Family Focus Center holds in the Evanston community. It is clearly a hub of historical Evanston and a place where so many organizations call home, and where we come together to support this dynamic community. As the new president and CEO of Family Focus, I pledge to honor the position of our Family Focus Center in the broader community and to do everything that we can to lift up that position, to be a good steward of that legacy, and to build upon it for the next generation and generations to come. This evening, Family Focus is grateful to partner with a stellar neighbor and arts organization, literally right next door. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to our Master of Ceremonies, Artistic Director for Fleetwood Jourdain Theater, Evanston's own Black Theater Company, and let's welcome Mr. Tim Rose.
Thank you, Dara, and thank you all for joining us this evening. Fleetwood Jourdain Theater and Family Focus have a history of partnering on many projects over the decades, but tonight we are here to support Family Focus Evanston. Family Focus recognizes Kassim and Whitney Norris for this evening's media production. The new Family Focus has 10 centers throughout the Chicagoland area, meeting the needs of the community, serving more than 20,000 individuals. Family Focus started in Evanston. We have one of the founders right here in our virtual midst, Alderwoman Dolores Holmes. Family Focus has updated their mission too. Family Focus invests in strengthening families and their children in Chicago and Northeast Illinois so they can build social capital and achieve upward economic mobility through high quality, innovative programs and services, grounded in anti-racism and social justice. Family Focus is a top-rated nonprofit that focuses on early childhood development, youth development, and family support services. Family Focus is a cornerstone of the Evanston community. This evening, we're going to honor hometown individuals, families, and organizations and step back into the rich Black history of Evanston. Most importantly, though, we are here to raise money to ensure the Evanston Center team can continue to support those in our community who are in need of Family Focus's services. Now, let's take a trip way back in time and meet Dr. Elizabeth Hill and Edwin Jourdain.
Hello, my name is Elizabeth Webb Hill. I am a doctor and a leader in the development of hospital care of African American in Illinois. I was born in 1898 and attended foster school and graduated from Evanston Township High School. I attended Northwestern University and then transferred to University of Illinois. I received my medical degree. I returned to Evanston where I started my own practice in childhood home and joined the staff of the Community Hospital of Evanston in 1931. I became a member of the hospital's board of directors and made chief staff, also making an African American woman to be named such a position in Illinois. I also started a campaign to raise funds for a building of a new hospital financial that could meet the needs of Evanston's growing African American population.
Hello, I'm Edwin Jourdain. I worked as a reporter at the Chicago Whip, Chicago Bee, and a managing editor at the Chicago Defender. I was elected as an alderman of Evanston's 5th Ward, where I organized sit-ins, equal pay for teachers, and integration of schools, theaters, and beaches in Evanston. In 1983, the city of Evanston renamed a recreation center in my honor, Fleetwood Jourdain Center. This center is the first in the cities to be named for an African American man.
That was so great. Bravo, bravo. So many talented young people right here in Evanston. Thank you. Thank you so much, young people. Now, what we're going to do is take a look at our honorees. The individual Make a Difference Award goes to Chef Q. Chef Q has been partnering with the Evanston Center through the Evanston Food Exchange since 2017. With fellow volunteers Ann Sills and Jennifer Billingsley, Chef Q worked with the after-school and summer camp programs, teaching the children the wonderful virtues of gardening, healthy eating, and cooking, and entrepreneurship. Check this out. After the students grew produce in the family-focused garden, Chef Q would take them to the farmer's market to sell the produce that they had not given away. The day after the center shut down due to COVID, Chef Q called to say she wanted to help families in need. Before any donation and funding, she used her personal funds to feed families impacted by the pandemic. At one point, she was serving nearly 140 meals a day. She eventually received short-term funding from the Evanston Community Foundation and support from the community through a GoFundMe page. Along the way, Chef Q was nominated for several local and national awards and recognitions, including the RCN Everyday Hero Sweepstakes, the Brawny Hero, and the Red Cross Disaster Services Hero Award. The prize money she won, she put right back into preparing more than 20,000 meals and counting. Chef Q, our 2021 Individual Who Makes a Difference honoree. This year, we are recognizing two families who make a difference. To introduce the family honorees is Ms. Joanne Avery. That's right. She is loved by the children she mentors, the families and grandparents she engages, staff members she supports, and the entire Evanston community. Ms. Joanne has been with Family Focus for 39 years. It is my privilege to turn the program over to the one, the only, Ms. Joanne.
I'm here to talk about the King family, and that's Nicole and Keith King. I'm so honored to introduce this family. They are faithful parents. They are dedicated community people. Nicole came to me in the 90s, and who would have thought? 30 years later, I have her son. Keith has been a part of so many things for us. He saw that we needed computers in the room for the kids. We only had 2, so he bought computers up to the center. He saw that I needed a printer, got me a printer. They buy snacks for the kids, and he wants snacks for the whole program. He was also instrumental in saving the building. He was really key to that process. He really wanted to see that our building stay in the community. Nicole is on our parent advisory board, and she wants to make a difference on the board, and she does. She's very vocal. She's never been one to sit back and not want to do things. She's always step up. She steps up with everything that she puts her mind to. What can I say? They've done so much. They're valuable resources. They put the kids first on everything. No matter what, they are involved. It is our privilege to recognize the Glue family. For 8 years, Linda Glue has served on the Family Focus Auxiliary Board. From the beginning, it was a family affair. Parents Linda and Chuck have instilled giving back in their children, and even Linda's mom joins us on occasion. Her son, Colin, convinced a group of civic-minded students from New Trier and North Shore Country Day School to make Family Focus the beneficiary of their annual charity race, raising $17,500. The family has underwritten the after-school programs, holiday parties for years, including gifts for all the kids, food, hiring a musician. They also support the Grandparents Support Group annually, hosting a Mother's Day brunch and providing Mother's Day gifts and holiday gifts. They are always thinking of ways to support Family Focus, connecting us with their vast network of friends and organizations to do food drives for the pantry, collect clothing, and raise money. For years, they have generously supported this effort. And this year, you will see the Glue family named as our major event sponsor at $10,000. Thank you, Glue family. It is my honor to present this award to you.
Thank you, Ms. Joanne. Yay. It was tough to name just one organization whose impact has made a difference in our community. So again, 2 were selected. Our first organization is the Giving Storeroom, coordinated by Luandra Cooper. The Giving Storeroom is the family-focused food pantry and clothes closet. She manages this program as a volunteer. She recruits other volunteers, organizes a family pickup, and solicits donations both in kind and cash. This past year was particularly challenging because families could not enter the building and the need was so great as so many found it difficult to feed their families. She creatively worked with staff, volunteers, and participants to ensure food delivery was safe and plentiful. The Giving Storeroom also partnered with District 65 to do large giveaway events, including clothing, books, blankets, toys, and fresh produce. She worked closely with the city's pop-up pantry on alternate Saturdays to provide volunteers and support. This amazing young lady and her volunteers are fabulous. Thank you, Leandra, for ensuring families have exactly what they need. Love is the spirit of this church, and service is its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. This is the covenant of our next honoree, the Unitary Church of Evanston. Family Focus has witnessed the spirit of love and its law of service for many years. Church members have volunteered in the Family Focus Library, organizing and keeping it orderly. Quite a challenge when you have over 60 children coming through there on the library during the week to do their homework, practice plays, or just escape to read. The volunteers also fulfill holiday wishes for multiple families every year. When the students were doing sewing projects on site, church members joined forces with one another and the volunteers to teach children and parents how to sew. Over the past several years, the church has donated funds to provide scholarships for students to attend the after-school and summer camp programs, making it possible for students to enjoy homework support, enrichment activities, field trips, and a safe space to gather. We are truly appreciative of the Unitarian Church's love, service, and support.
Hello, I am William Bill Logan, also known as Chief Logan. I attended Evanston Township High School, otherwise known as ETHS, and became the first Black football captain, first Black winner of the Meyerson Award for Football Excellence, first Black homeroom president, and the first Black senior class vice president. After I graduated, I attended 1 year at Western Illinois University on a football scholarship before being drafted to the Air Force. Upon returning from the Korean War, I joined the Evanston Police Department. After several years on the force and with the inspiration from serving as a bodyguard for Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. during his visit to Evanston, I returned to school to receive my bachelor's in public administration and went on to graduate from the FBI's National Academy. I became EPD's first Black lieutenant, captain, deputy chief, and chief of police. Outside of work, I've co-founded many organizations, including the Chessmen Club of the North Shore Incorporated, the National Organization of Black Law Enforcement Executives, otherwise known as NOBLE, and the Fellowship of African American Men, otherwise known as FAM.
My name is Harry William Powell, also known as Hecky. I was born on November 6, 1948, at Cook County Hospital in Chicago. My mother, Verna, had been forced to give birth there because there was no room at the Community Hospital of Evanston, the only one in town then that accepted Black patients. My father, Forrest Powell, was a buildings custodian who did maintenance work for wealthy white families on the side. When I grew up, I worked as a community organizer and social services director in Evanston. My wife and I opened Hecky's Barbecue in 1983 in Evanston, where it is still located today. I opened the restaurant with only $100 in the cash register. My restaurant quickly became famous for its barbecue feuds. It's the sauce, is the restaurant's motto. The restaurant recipes came from my New Orleans Creole grandmother, who passed them down to my mother, and then to me. I also created the Forrest E. Powell Foundation, named after my father, a work skills program for those without a college degree.
Good evening. I am John Fuller, a proud member of the Family Focused Evanston Auxiliary Board, as well as a past recipient of Those Who Make a Difference Award. It is a pleasure to virtually be with all of you this evening. We are at the hour where we invite you to be a contributor to the 45-year success record of Family Focused Evanston. However, let me briefly recap the evening so far. You witnessed the impact donor support has on the wonderful young performers in their interpretations of our Black Evanston heroes. You heard from our new president and CEO, Dara Munson, the excitement, commitment, dedication, and vision for Family Focused Evanston. You were introduced to two outstanding supportive families in the King family and the Glue family. You were introduced to Chef Q, who is determined to feed anyone in need. You're introduced to the Giving Storeroom coordinated by Loyandra Cooper, who is willing to clothe and feed participants' needs. You were introduced to the Unitarian Church of Evanston, whose volunteers offer their loving hands and service wherever needed. You were introduced to Tim Rose, artistic director for Fleetwood Jourdain Theater, who would drop everything to be of service to Family Focus. There is also an outstanding staff and eclectic auxiliary board in this mix. All of the coordination of staff and community volunteers is thanks to the dynamic and talented efforts of Director Colette Allen. She will speak to you shortly. Family Focused Evanston has many success stories throughout the year. However, we need your financial assistance now more than ever. The pandemic has presented more challenges for our participants, and your contribution will ensure the continuation and expansion of our programs. Your dollars can help us support our efforts to help participants pay rent and mortgages, buy food and supplies, and keep the utilities on. Popular with our participants during this year of pandemic are gift cards to Target and Walmart to purchase essentials for their family, gas cards to get to and from work, and some still need access to technology. We plan to do summer camp on site after a summer and school year working remotely, but some families can't afford the camp fee. Look at our numbers. We are making fantastic progress and a fantastic impact in the community. We can only be successful into the future with your help. Please donate your heart, what your budget allows. Help us make the next 45 years as successful as the past 45 years. And remember, there is no such thing as a donation that is too small, and definitely no such thing as a donation that is too large. So until we meet again, virtually or in person, may the power of love, peace, and compassion be with you always.
The Family Focused Evanston Auxiliary Board is diverse, devoted, and caring. We're involved even in the COVID-19 era. And we are Lonnie Bearfield, Carol Bobrow, Michelle Macklin Burton, Walter Calhoun, George Dotson, John Fuller, Linda Glue, Chrissy Harris, myself, Rose Johnson, Benny Jones, Stephanie Murray, Karen Schneidman, Ann Sills, Jesse Thomas, Kim Tolsky, and Mary J. Wilkerson. This part of the program has been inserted without the knowledge of Miss Colette. This is our auxiliary's tribute to Colette because she has been so special to us. The following words from auxiliary board members illustrate the way that Colette has worked with Family Focus Evanston. Undaunted, devoted, collaborative, amazing, magnanimous, adaptive, love, compassionate, bright and shiny, inspirational, dedicated, committed, sedulous, I had to look that up, and you feel free to do so also. Selfless. We have these words engraved on this beautiful crystal piece as a keepsake for your retirement. And here it is. All those wonderful words, Colette. Remember, they were written and put on this piece of crystal with much love. Thank you, Miss Colette Allen.
Good evening. I'm Colette Allen, Center Director for Family Focus Evanston. My heart is very full tonight because you and our sponsors have shown how much you believe in what we are doing. Despite not being in person, you have helped us raise thousands of dollars this evening to help our families become stronger, self-sufficient, and empowered. But there is no way that I could do this by myself. I have an extremely strong and capable team, starting with Alex Brown. His title is office manager, but he wears many hats. And I know, and so does the entire team, that we can count on him to get things done and chip in when needed. Joanne Avery has been with Family Focus for 39 years and is still going strong. She runs the summer camp, the after-school program, and facilitates our grandparent support group. Supporting Joanne in after-school and summer camps is Debbie Reynolds. Vanessa Allen Graves wears a multitude of hats as well. She manages our early childhood home visiting program with the 5-member team, including Keisha Terrell, Yuritsa Landon, Whitney Norris, Tracy Burton Connors, and Jacqueline Castillo. Vanessa also manages the Family Advocacy Center with a smaller team, including Nancy Mendoza, and a name that may be familiar to all of you, Helen Hurry, who has joined us to support us during this period. As you know, we own a very large building with a variety of tenants. The team that helps maintain and clean the building are Jackie Robinson, who's on call 24/7, Cynthia Beeler-Jones, Michael Warden, and Daryl Glenn. The other group of individuals who hold me up is our amazing auxiliary board led by Rose Johnson. I'd also like to acknowledge the members of the event committee who stepped with me out of our comfort zone to present a virtual event for the first time. Rose Johnson again, John Fuller, Kim Tulsky, Jesse Thomas, Carol Bobrow, Walter Calhoun, Benny Jones, Chrissy Harris, Michelle Macklin Burton, Mary Wilkerson, and last but not least, our Whitney Norris. Now, I've introduced Whitney earlier as part of our home visiting team, but for this evening, she was our filmmaker, videographer, editor, production assistant, and kept us all in line. Kudos to you, Whitney. And of course, there are the participants. From the infants to the grandparents, they have been the reason I start my day early and end it late to ensure they have all the resources to thrive. I am also forever grateful for my family and close friends for putting up with me these past 6 years. My loving and understanding husband, Roger, my mother, Eleanor Hill, my son and sometime volunteer, Jamal, and my good buddy and volunteer, Ingrid Wesson. The participants, the local and central office staff, family, and the board have made my time with Family Focus an unforgettable experience. That is why it is bittersweet to retire now, just as a new and exciting future for the organization is just on the horizon. You met Dara. I have no doubt that this team, the board, and the community we serve are in good hands. And this is not farewell. This is, I'll see you in a month or two after I rejuvenate. I could never leave the organization I've grown to love over the past 6 years. Thank you for joining us this evening and supporting Family Focus Evanston. And now, a few words from our founder.
Hi, everybody. It's just so meaningful to all of us be together now because the work we've done is very important and it's just the first step. There is so much more to do. And here we have a lot of experience and competence and goodwill and the spirit to really care about others. And when we do that, we can build something good, and I believe we can.